Okay, PogChamp. Oh, alright, right, everyone PogChamp in chat. Who can hear me? And hear the game, because there's the title team.
Yeah. Alright, so, round 3! Take it away.
Alright. Hello everyone, I'm Extruderx. I'm host of the show called STG Weekly, which is Shooting Game Weekly. This game is a shmup, one of my favorite indie shmups. It's available on Steam and recently on Nintendo Switch as well. And so, in order to properly explain this game, because it's gonna be very fast-paced, it can be speedrun. The normal run is 24 minutes, but as you can see, my best time is 70 minutes, so... In order to explain this game, I'm going to run through a practice stage, which is going to be a B stage. This game has A stages and B stages, and so... B stages we don't use in this run, because they're slower. They are pretty much all longer and harder. So, in this game, you have two main weapons, which is the main shot, which allows you to move fast around, and the focus shot, which is generally more powerful in some way, but you move slower in that way. And that allows you to do more complicated dodging, because you just don't ram into bullets and everything. Left is... okay, let's explain the HUD. Left is your remaining lives, and if you run out of lives, the run is over. I cannot continue. That's the not marathon safe element of the run. So I must play sufficiently well to finish the game to begin with. The shield is up to 5. You can take hits without losing a life. And that's very important, because losing a life with any bombs in your current stock, it drops rank, and we'll talk about rank later. So the purple item carriers, they're very important in the speedrun, because whenever you kill one, whether you are very close to it, you will get a double power-up, which means both one bomb and one shield. And the bomb, this special attack that makes you temporarily invincible, and is so used for both attack and defense. Well, you shouldn't worry about heat. And so, this is how the game is sort of played normally, because there's no ship and practice mode that works like the ship that I'm going to use for the speedrun, Mecha 6. You get extra lives by scoring up to 4 million points, so I'm also going to be grabbing the green item carriers. They also raise your rank. Rank is the number on the bottom right. No, I'm not starting the timer yet, because this is the practice stage while I'm explaining stuff. Because we're not doing the B stages in the run itself, even though those are really good stages. And so, the bosses, they have these circles around them at some certain parts of them, which are called destruction bonus. They are only visible when you approach them close enough. And so, when you destroy them with your shot or bomb, you get more score, you raise your rank a little, and you also raise your rank, improve your score, and yes, sometimes it deals more damage to the boss than just shooting it to death. And so, whenever you attack a purple item carrier while being far from it, you only get a bomb or a shield item, not the double item, which gives you both at once. And so, in order to optimize this game for a speedrun, I have to get as many destruction bonuses that deal damage to the bosses, get as many resources as possible, which means lives, bombs, and shields. And the most hard part, I need to keep my rank between 180 and 199, ideally. because that's where the optimal background scrolling speed is. Rank is your dynamic difficulty, and it goes higher the better you play the game. But once you get hit, use a bomb or lose a life, especially if you have bombs in stock already, you lose rank, and so your background speed is back to being slow again. So in order for me to complete the speedrun, I must play well, but not too well, because if I hit rank 200 and onwards, the background scrolling speed will roll over and it will be slow again. So I must be playing not too well, taking hits intentionally sometimes, because Shmup is an auto-scroller, but those scrollings can be made faster. Alright, I'm done with this stage, so that's pretty much most of the explaining done. The rank is the most difficult concept. Okay.
Ready on timer whenever.
Alright, so I'm bumping my first rank to 180 because that's the between 180 and 199. It's the best for the background scrolling. It's very important. It sits more or less than within that gap, then it's bad for me. And I'm going to raise the rank by playing very aggressively and drop rank by getting hit on purpose. So that's the main scoring speedrun strategy. Alright, so timer will be starting once I skip the first cutscene. The game has cutscenes in it. Yes, of course. I'm going to be using Mecha 6, which is a ship with erasure gun, which allows you to delete bullets and deal more damage the closer you are to your enemy, as you can see on the power graph. So, about to start the first cutscene. Timer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, check out the hot jams. So, this is the erasure gun, Mecha 6, and it's one of the more powerful ships in the game. Okay, I have to reset. If I lose if I play stage 1 poorly, the timer can still go. It's just that if I do stage 1 badly, then the whole run is going to be horrible. So I need to get the first shield at least. Erasure gun means you can delete bullets with your shot. And so the main shot is your straight fire. You fire straight ahead. And the focus shot is when you unleash those 45-degree angled shots. But you can also combine them, a technique called focus cancel. So normally they have 2 different cooldowns, but you can fire both at the same time if you tap your fire button and then hold it at a specific moment. It's a tech. And so I'm going to abuse that in order to both protect myself, because I'm having more bullet clearance shot at once, and deal more damage to bosses because I'm shotgunning them. Alright, my rank is 180, which is good. See how fast the background screen scrolls. The game is very accessible. I beat the rank 495 run, because this game has some very powerful ships in its arsenal. And so I must not be playing too poorly, but I must not be playing too well, because otherwise it's not gonna be a speedrun. So I'm using the side shots to protect myself from these specific waves. Losing lives is occasionally good in this game, as long as you don't have bombs. Because once you lose a life, you get more bombs and more shields, so you get more resources to control your rank. So, total time, 2 minutes, in-game time, that's good start. Stage select. Always pick A stage in this route. Hot jams. This is not a bad time to lose the first life, by the way. Just that I would really like to raise my rank a little. There are a few ways to raise rank in this game, like scoring the destruction bonus. Alright, I'm fine with this. Now I have resources, and now I can take this purple item carrier, get the double out of it, while using the protection of my spawn invulnerability. Every circle on this boss has destruction bonus. Hot FM synthesis gems. So, I also can raise rank by collecting the green item carriers. So I'm trying to play very aggressively right now because I'm behind. So normally you can only have the front shot or side shot at once. But with using the focus cancel tech, I'm able to have both at the same time, so it looks like I'm firing 3 shots. But normally it's only like this. This is your focus shot. If anyone here played Devil Daggers, the shotgun tech is pretty much the same thing. So there's time bonus that is to destroy a boss within a certain amount of time. The timer is in the right corner whenever there's a boss up. Bombs make you invulnerable, so for this particular ship they're very good. They last a crap ton of time. Even though this ship can delete bullets, this doesn't make the game easy, because my starting rank is still very high. So it takes a lot of skill and aiming of your shots in order to defend yourself. As you can see, I still get hit regardless. Alright. 172 should be better. Okay. The in-game time is good. Resources are also good, it's just my current rank is kinda low. This stage also has great music. Okay, 179, good. So time for the boss speed kill strats. Because my shot is piercing, I'm trying to keep them both at the same line. Very good. Get the carrier, get the double. Trying to stay at the higher of the screen, because that way I can use my shots to protect myself at the 45-degree angle. Alright, I need to get rid of... Oh shit, that's very bad. Whoops, sorry. Even though I have plenty of lives right now, and I have good resources, my rank is a little bit low. So I kinda lost some time here, because my scrolling speed is not fast enough. So by staying higher up, I'm able to dispose of the enemies faster. And so the game will occasionally spawn bonus enemies, like, faster. And I'll be less stuck on certain enemy formations. So, even though it's an auto-scroller game, you can really speed it up. Even in the stages, not only the bosses. So all of the 3 ways they have their own HP bar. As I mentioned, the difficulty, it's from 0 to 500, so it's quite a variety of the difficulty settings. So I recommend it for everyone who can handle the flashing at least. Good time on this boss in particular. So, another thing that I didn't say before, if you bomb right before a bullet is about to hit you, you score a nice bomb, which gives you 2000 points, which is very little, but it also raises your rank instead of lowering your rank, because normally when you use a bomb, your rank gets lower. So this is not really a game where you dodge everything, it's more like you're trying to make your best of your resources and being very aggressive with your shots, so you kill the boss before it drains you too much. Another tactic in this game is whenever there's a large amount of bullets on screen, the game slows down, and that's intentional because it emulates the older behavior of like older arcade games. Okay, good time. Where they would slow down once too many bullets are up at once, and so in order for me to avoid this, because this also affects the in-game timer, the in-game slowdown, I specifically intentionally get hit with a shield. Not a bomb. That will clear most of the bullets on screen, and so whenever the game slows down like this, I get hit, and so that way I avoid having to deal with the negative effects of the slowdown. So sometimes I do it on purpose. Ouch, that was a bit too many. Background speed is a bit slower than I would like. So I'm trying to take the green item carriers to bring it back up to speed. Alright, 170, that's not too bad. Getting the purple item carriers with a double also increases your rank, but I'm trying to not get hit too much because that also drops rank. Rank. Time said rank. Seriously, it's the most important concept in this speedrun. Trying to score both of the destruction bonuses on the sides. While it's not important for me to do actual scoring because the 4 million score extend, which gives you an extra life, it's not too hard to get. Okay, that enemy survives for some reason. That's kinda amusing. Okay, this is the slowdown that I was talking about. It'll be more noticeable at certain bosses, but they'll still be trying to avoid it. Okay. Okay, I didn't get the double from this, because I was trying to not get hit, but okay. Good defense. So, generally, whenever there's this giant star on the screen, I'm invincible until the last bit, like a few last seconds when it's still on screen, because star can be still on screen and you can get hit already. So you have to be careful. Okay, 197, that's too much. 200, okay, see, the background immediately slowed down, so I have to get hit. Right, it's fast again. That's what I meant by playing not so well. Do well, but not perfect. So yes, this is slowdown. You see, the bullets are not at the full speed, so take a hit. Then I'm trying to survive through this, because I wanna... There's this problem, because I wanna get rid of my bombs, because I don't wanna die with bombs in stock, because that dropped my rank way higher than any other source in the game. So, I'm trying to spend my bombs, but sometimes there's this little bit where you can't shoot a bomb, but you're already vulnerable, so I'm trying my best to dispose of them. Okay, thankfully I didn't... Okay, that was a nice bomb. Okay, this is good amount of suicide. Okay, my rank is back to 195. Whenever it says a nice bomb, it means that I was way too close to death that time. Overshield is the bonus stats where you, like, have more shield than 5. And that's usually a bad thing in a speedrun, because you want to use all of your resources. Man, this run is a roller coaster. I usually don't have rank, like, stable over... Okay. This is bad. Okay, 176. The drop was not too bad, but it's still noticeable. Good thing I have a stack of shields to go past this final bit without no slowdown. See how fast it goes. Usually there's a crap ton of slowdown and action here. Because slowdown depends on objects, depends on bullets on screen, so... This is where I stop worrying about rank, because there are no more auto-scroller bits in the game. And I am just trying to speed kill the bosses. It'll be this, and after this is gonna be the final stage of the final boss. I'm only having 1 life, but that's okay. Because I'm both getting the 1-up from the next stage, and I'm getting the 4 million score extent, so I get 2 extra lives. That should be enough for me to beat the final boss with. So, you see, the time gauge on the bottom is like in thousands. And you don't access this boss if it goes down to 0, so it's kind of telling how fast I'm going through. There's this little girl that's talking shit about you because she destroyed the world in the backstory, because she's a genius scientist. And so every human is dead, and the remainder of humanity is within this mecha trying to avenge themselves. That's the plot of the game. Okay, I have 7 bombs and I better use all of them. So, the slowdown management here is very important. As well as using the focus cancel to get both main and the focus shot at once. The world record route, it uses... Okay, there's where slowdown typically happens, so I take hits there. Just so there wouldn't be too many bullets on screen at once. This is kind of a slow phase. And so the world record run, which is like 1553 or something, it uses the ship called Type 11, which reflects all of the bullets on screen, and in order to abuse that, you have to have as many bullets on screen as possible, and so that's why it's supposed to be played at rank 495. But unfortunately, as I discovered while preparing for this run, having way too many bullets on screen reflected it will crash the game on the final boss. And so I decided to not do this route and just do the Erasure Gun one. Ouch, okay. But yes, Type 11 is crazy fun. If you're familiar with what Grazing is in Toho or even stuff like Deltarune, then by grazing a set amount of bullets, it can reflect stuff. And so the speedrun, it abuses all of the bullets on screen to kill bosses like crazy fast. So timer comes up when the final boss's life bar disappears. I'll tell you when it happens. I have an extra life, so I'm pretty safe here. I don't even have to play the boss as intended, I'm just gonna point blank it and hope for the best. Okay, I have 4 shields, that should be enough. So this is your last opportunity to donate for the True Final Boss Showcase, which is basically this boss, but harder, and I'm not cheesing it. Time! $18.52, that's pretty good. There's some ending. There are some credits, so how's the donation incentive going? I'm gonna do it if it's complete by the time the credits roll.
I believe we did not get a donation for it in yet, but I believe you have like, how long are these credits?
Not too much.
Right, so you still have like, you know, last second chance here to get that in if you want to. But yeah, in case you're looking for the link, I will just post that in chat quickly. But maybe we can get like a last second, you know, donation to have a true boss final showcase.
Okay, so while you're waiting, I'll do one more thing. I will show you the Type 11, just how crazy it gets, but only like the first stage. So first off, I'll bump up the rank to show just how difficult this game can be, and the rank, like the difficulty of this high, it can only reliably be beaten by ships Type 5, maybe Type 6, and Type 11. Only the 3 in the game. Other ships are not broken enough to handle it. So alright, this is stage 1 of Type 11. I'm trying to touch the bullets as close as I can without hitting them. And doing so fills the bar on the bottom of the screen, which destroys everything. And the bomb still makes you able to graze through stuff, so this means you can still score your explosion bonuses, so to speak. So I'm trying to stay adjacent to the bullets most of the time. Because the reflection works that once you fill the bar, every single bullet is reflected back at their enemy. It can crash at the final boss because at rank this high it just fires way too many bullets. See, I just destroyed like this boss. Just 1/3 of the life bar just gone in one burst. That's crazy powerful. So, Dinir, can you drop the link to the world record run in chat? Just so people would see the full run of it. Alright, so that's stage 1. Yeah, it's by Ika. Okay, so time to end this particular run.
Unfortunately, it looks like we're not getting the internet, so...
Alright.
Unfortunately, that's it. So, no true Final Boss showcase, but maybe another time,
Okay, so follow my stream if you wanna see me play this game, but even harder. And so, other shmups, follow STG Weekly on Twitch. Okay. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed shmups on marathons. So, shoutouts to Rogue-HQ for accepting me to this run, and take care, stay healthy, stay home, see you next time.